Hey y'all, we're gonna be chopping it up in a minute. I just got to get the screen set up, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna play a little music for y'all. This is a song by Homie the Jedi, a good friend of mine who passed away, and the God 99, and me, ObaShango-El. We did this cut back in like 2007 when I was back in the in ATL, messing with my music and stuff. So while I'm doing that, I'm gonna play a little music for y'all, man, so y'all can hear this. And this song, if y'all like the song, it's on my website. You go down to the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see Alien Funk Productions and Macabre Entertainment. That's my old music catalog and songs I've done with people. But this song is called Imagine a Place. It's in there. So while I'm letting this play, I'm gonna be getting my other stuff together in the background. So hope y'all enjoy it.
With the blessed third eye of the Most High, Olodumare, I sat amongst gods and held building sessions on various topics, from the climate of the stock market to the newborn ties, creation of the Nile Valley civilization. If one could fathom such a thing, you can see past the 20-inch mentality gleam. Some of us have been blinded by the candy that's covered over our eyes with high gloss. The words are lost, mixed off in the shuffle. Now time is sped up on the double. What words, you may ask? Words of power. Chosen to a night, gifted with the words and the third eyesight. Observe from the curb how the birds take flight. And homie, I can tell you what that herb thing like. I get lit and build with some cards over track. It's like my barathic gland was intact to overstand the state of the world with these cats. To break down, reveal, and rebuild using the facts. We flow wide open and imagine a place with the condition of your soul would then determine the position you would hold. Where the curse would be lifted, no longer vision impaired, we see vivid. The Nartus reptilians and Karma millions. And ain't no cell phones or PDAs, because when you teleconnect, you're just a frequency away. I pray to God I live to see the day, but from the way it's looking now, I'm building for my kids' sake, so I imagine a place. In this I teleport to the source, no need for airports, brute force or a Porsche where the children ain't lost. My soul radiate through the face, you see the gloss, obelisk and arcs, no steeple, no cross, my mood taking off, transform into a hawk, transcend the sky, see the sun before your eyes, two eyes, your mind's whole God's design. You can click it, just measure by time, pleasure beyond anything divine, where you won't forget, so no need to remind or rewind. The land is the sands of time, exist in the stars to leave man aside. After they days, from the rays to shine, praise all day, trade eyes, align bloodlines, talk with the drums, appeal telepathic, intuitive engagements appear like magic, dream wisdom with mystics, draft hieroglyphic bitches, living in the meaning that's red, existing, hidden, to be revealed, tracks filled with zeal, I appear to appeal to the breed, the breed. My shit. 2012, oculized on make calendrical stats. America falls straight on her back. No bed slats, now witness that. Force get pimped out flat. Move the scratch city in ruble. Replace the dough with jewels and rubles. To shoot through your media lives, through eyes. They paralyze while the price of food rise. Gasoline shifted gears to move through atmospheres. And you surprise, soul of the desperate, praying to the God in the sky. In disguise, they misguide with falsified religion. Now my mind is on the source, and I find myself wishing and imagine and listen to my soul speak of a place with no wars and bars, nice cars, Morris castles, and believe that would look like stars. Scratch the Hollywood. My drug is a cutlass with big block in the hood. In the hood, help my tribe live good. Burning the finest wood. Put you on a secret to make your eye shade good. Understand, leave the misunderstood. Back to the basics. Pyramids, Tiago, con builders running like aces. The makers, we can make it switch the globe, even kill balances. Real kings and queens running through my blood is still the deal. Imagine a place.
Yeah, Bally, that's your song. love, Sia. No problem. Yeah, L. Anthony, back in the day, man. I had bars. I don't know if I still got it. Yeah, that was me on the last verse. Rest in peace, man. The homie, the Jedi, man. Hell of a lyricist, hell of a producer. I miss that brother. Ashe, family. All righty, peoples. All righty. We gonna get this thing going. And got some things I definitely want to show y'all. First of all, we want to discuss this man here. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me good? What's up, Blaine? How you doing? What's up to Phoebe? Ajit Carr? Who all on here? The Sia and Angel Hill. Everybody, man. Brother D. Ross. Hey, man, I appreciate all the love too, brother. Thank you. Noble Glory, Oliver L. Tashim Kelly. Royce Tolbert. Jennifer Bester. Dr. Fatu Dara. Henia Moore. Ali West. Shabazz El Bay. Man, Nipro Kebra the Gas, Gabrielle, a lot of people in here, man. Brother Reginald Fields, El Bay, Oh yeah, El, the Rabbi, DuPont, Brother Antoine, son of J. Pool Bay. It's a lot of y'all, man. Peace and love, peace and blessings, man. I share everybody. What we're gonna talk about tonight, man, is the further substantiation of gaining remedy in the corporate United States democracy and the 50 corporate states democracies. It was important that I show y'all this. First and foremost, man, let me know if you can hear me, man. Karen, you say the L, she told me I need to work on the sound. So let me know if y'all can hear me, man. You know, let me know. Just give me a yes, I can hear you. Hopefully it sounds clear. I've been playing with the sound, so I guess y'all heard the music. She was on my ass about that. But we're going to discuss this man, man. We want to go into him and further find out who this gentleman is. All right. Want to go there? Want to come back here while that's pulling up. And we're going to get in this OneDrive. Let's go on down here. All righty. Put that to the back. That. Okay. All righty. This is the former governor, Mike Huckabee, okay, of Arkansas. I think 1990, let me see, 6. When was he governor? Yeah, 1996 to 2006, 2007, his term was up. So he was down here, man. He was governor 10 years. Want to go into this man. Gonna go a little bit into his background. But I'm quite sure some of y'all, okay, Senior Woods Bay. Okay, good. I'm glad y'all can hear me. Good. Okay. All righty. We're gonna go into what he said and why it was such a shock, because when he said what he said, the media jumped all over this man. They jumped all over him, literally. And let's first analyze it. Republican presidential hopeful and former Arkansas Governor Mike Huckabee speaks to the press after addressing the Freedom's Journal, Institute for the Study of Faith and Public Policy 2015, Rise Initiative on July 31st, 2015 in Tinley Park, Illinois. All right. Huckabee said, Dred Scott, still the law of the land. All right. Quite sure some of y'all have seen this. Okay. For much of the American mainstream, Mike Huckabee's far-right views on practically every issue put him on the fringes of modern political thought. But just beyond this often radical ideology, there's a deeper problem. The Republican presidential candidate just doesn't seem to understand American civics very well. Well, that's a lie because he was governor here. So, but we're going to go into it deeper. BuzzFeed reported today the former Arkansas governor's new head scratcher. While defending Kentucky clerk Kim Davis's refusal to issue marriage licenses out of her religious opposition to same-sex marriage, Mike Huckabee said Wednesday that the Supreme Court's 1857 ruling in Dred Scott versus Sanford, which held that all blacks, we already know what this is, free or enslaved, could not be American citizens, is still the law of the land, even though no one follows it. Even though I've been just drilled by TV hosts over the past week. How dare you say that? It's not the law of the land. Huckabee said, because that's their phrase. It's the law of the land. Michael, the Dred Scott decision of 1857. Hold on, I don't know what this is. Somebody dinging in. Hold on. Still remains to this day the law of the land, which says that, hold on. Yeah. Oh, hold on, I lost my place. Which says that black people aren't fully human. Does anybody still follow Dred Scott's Supreme Court decision? Look, I don't expect Huckabee to be a legal scholar. He's not an attorney. He has no background in legal scholarship. He's never even been an elected lawmaker. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. We can accept all of that. But Huckabee is falling short of a junior high school level of understanding of the American constitutional system. They plastered this dude. They straight railroaded him, which is generally not an appealing trait for someone seeking the nation's highest office. The Dred Scott decision, widely recognized as one of the most atrocious Supreme Court rulings in our history, concluded that no black person, free or slave, could be a full citizen of the United States. As far as Mike Huckabee is concerned, this ruling still remains to this day the law of the land. Elected officials, he apparently believes, have looked the other way, pretending this law doesn't count for the last 150 years. Okay. All righty. Except as nearly every adult should know in the 21st century, after the 1857 court ruling, the nation fought something called the Civil War, which led to the 13th Amendment to the Constitution, which banned slavery, and the 14th Amendment, which, among other things, established birthright citizenship. Birthright citizenship. Isn't that what the corporate United States democracy's president is against right now? In other words, for about a century and a half now, Dred Scott has almost definitely not been the law of the land. Huckabee's bizarre mistake would be easier to dismiss if similar mistakes weren't so common. The former governor and Fox News host has somehow convinced himself, for example, that federal enabling legislation is necessary in response to court rulings. Well, they don't count. He's also endorsed pre-Civil War nullification schemes and suggested he might deploy federal troops on U.S. soil to prevent women from exercising their reproductive rights. Okay. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. My main concern was how they jumped out on this man for this right here. Okay? Now, if you haven't read that case, please familiarize yourself with it. Okay? All right. While we're here, let's take a look at it. Okay. Look at this. We're going to go to Wikipedia. Although we do know it's just a resource, but to get to the meat and potatoes of it, you got to go to where they cite their sources. Okay? So, this is basically some of the things they were talking about. Persons of African descent cannot be nor ever were tend to be citizens of the U.S. Constitution. Plaintiff without standing. Why? Because he has no status. File a suit. Property clause is only applicable to lands possessed at the time of ratification. As such, Congress cannot ban slavery in the territories. Missouri Compromise is unconstitutional. Due Process Clause of the Fifth Amendment prohibits the federal government from freeing slaves brought into federal territory. All right, we're going to go deeper into this. Okay. All righty. Superseded by U.S. Constitution Amendments 13, 14, and 15. Civil Rights Act of 1866, which we all know that really all of this is a sham. Number one, 13th Amendment, Congress left Sine Die in March 27, 1861. They walked out. After that, in April of 1861, Lincoln started issuing executive orders. During the summer of 1861, he reconvened the court, not the court, but the Congress under executive authority. He did that. So they sit at the behest of the commander-in-chief. Neither has there been any presidents of the republic since him. Why? Because everything after that is commander-in-chief status. Why? Because the Lieber Code was never ended by treaty, between warring factions, or by a callback. So you're dealing with commander-in-chief. Okay, that's number one. Okay, this is Dred Scott. A little breakdown on it. And the 14th and 15th Amendment are Reconstruction, which was under martial authority, military authority, where they ousted the people from the southern states who were in rebellion, quote unquote, to the Union. And they denied them their seat in the House of Representatives and the Senate. And then the governors and the General Assembly of the various states who were denied their seats in Congress, they were ousted from their positions in the states. And that was under the point of a bayonet. And puppet governments were set up to rump legislate this thing. So the Georgia State Archives talks about it. But you can do more due diligence on that era, as well as the Dred Scott case. My main concern is this guy. Let's read about him, and also what I found. Okay. All right. Michael Dale Huckabee, on August 24th, 1955. Hold on. 1955 is an American politician, Christian minister who served as the 44th governor of Arkansas. That's funny. The 44th governor of Arkansas. Then you had the 44th president, 2007, and the 44th president of the corporate democracy came in, which was Obama. United States Republican presidential primaries in both 2008. He was candidate in the United States Republican presidential primaries in both 2008. So he was running against Obama. He came from the 44th governor. You can tell this is all Masonic. 44th governor of Arkansas. And he would have been, if elected, the 44th president of the corporate United States democracy. Okay. Beginning in 2008, Huckabee hosted the Fox News talk show, Huckabee, ending the show on January 15 in order to explore potential bid for presidency. Okay. So basically, this is this guy's background. You can read a little bit about him. Y'all know who his daughter is, I'm quite sure. Where's his daughter? Sarah, children, Sarah. Here's his daughter. Y'all know who that is. There she is. That's his daughter. All right. Let's go on back. Okay. So basically, you can read about this guy, but pastoral career. There he is. So do your homework on him, because what I found, that's right, Reese, pretty much. What I found was this right here. Let's look at this. I was doing some homework the other day, some research online, and this is what I found. This is what I'm going to need for y'all to do. I really need y'all to do this for me, man. I need y'all help. Okay? Running for public office. Plain English handbook for candidates. Okay? As you can see, here it is. Corporate state seal. Okay? And it's in Latin. The crazy part about it is regnat populus, meaning rule by the people. Rule of the people. Okay? Published by a state board of election commissioners in conjunction with Office of the Secretary of State and the Arkansas Ethics Commission. This is funny. Ethics Commission, 2018 edition. So you see it's recent. Okay? Okay. Y'all still hear me well? Can y'all still hear me well over the mic? Like I said, I was playing with the sound. So just type yes, I can hear you. Okay. Let's look at this. All righty. Looky here, looky here, looky here. Public servants. Public servants. So all public officials, public employees, public appointees, they tell you what it is. Arkansas Code annotated. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Okay. All righty. Now look at this. Qualified elector. The person who holds the qualifications of an elector and is registered under Arkansas Constitution Amendment 51 must be a U.S. citizen. Arkansas residents. Okay. Let's go to the other one. Okay. Federal offices. Y'all do know that this document is rules of evidence. This is evidence. This comes under rules of evidence 902. Y'all do know this, right? It bears the state seal. It's already self-authenticating evidence. All right. President, U.S. Constitution. Article 2, Section 1 is amended by Amendment 22. 4-year term of office. Limited to 4-year terms. Must be a natural born U.S. citizen. Okay? When they say natural born in this fashion, that means born on the soil of the Al-Moroccan Empire. They can't say the usufruct anymore because the usufruct is what gave them the republic and it's now defunct. For them to get back to the republic, they would have to first and foremost either overthrow the bankers off of their back, repudiate the false debt that the bankers say the United States owes them, then to go back to the republic, they would actually have to settle the debt that is owed to the Moroccan Empire. So therefore, the Moroccan Empire can pay the Paleo-American autochthonous aborigine, aboriginal indigenous Moors of the land, and the pre-Columbian Moors of the land before 1492 and before 1787 when they came into position. They would have to actually clear that debt. They couldn't clear it with gold and silver or any assets taken from the land over here. It would have to be foreign assets, man, gathered in trade and commerce that they have done, and gold and silver, and then come back and settle the debt with us with gold and silver that's not from our shores. The problem with that is we don't know where all of our gold and silver that's been stripped from this land is now being held. It's held in various places around the world. So even if they were to repay us, to repatriate back to the republic, we have no way of telling scientifically because the gold, once it goes through a purification process, it reaches what they call 0.999 or 0.9999 or 0.9999 purity. So it'd be hard to tell if they're paying us with our own shit or not. We wouldn't know. So this is really a conundrum, man. This is a clusterfuck for them. All right. But as you can see, to be president of the corporate United States democracy, you must be born within the corporate United States on the soil of Unidos Estados Americanos, Turtle Island, Amaruca, Americas, what else? Northwest Africa, Northwest of Mexico, all of that, but right here at home in North America. Okay, so that's what it takes to be that. And not only that, as you can see, when people be saying they take the oath, that they renounce the quote unquote citizenship, no, Title 8 USC Section 1481 does not state that. All right, so we'll go on that tonight too. In fact, while we're at it, let me pull that up so we can look at that. Okay. I'm going to go into this as well. Okay. Here you go. U.S. Senate. As you can see, same thing. All right. U.S. House of Representatives. As you can see, same thing. Okay. State officers, governor, and lieutenant governor. As you can see, same thing. All right. Let's go on down. Secretary of State, Treasurer of State, Auditor of State, Attorney General, and Commissioner of State Lands. As you can see, same thing. District offices, Arkansas General Assembly, State Senate, same thing. All righty. State House of Representatives, same thing. All right. Judicial offices, appellate courts, same thing. Like Chinese say, same. Circuit courts, same thing. Hold on, let me go here and look up something real quick. Judicial offices, okay. So, circuit court, same thing. District court, same thing. So, let's go back up here and look at this. So you know that's the highest here in Arkansas. And then Court of Appeals, that's second. So as you can see, what this tells you, hold on, we're not done. We're not done. We said district courts, same. Prosecuting attorney. These are the motherfuckers that cause the most problems. That right there is your broker dealer. Prosecuting attorney, every prosecuting attorney is basically a broker dealer. Just like a person that trades securities, that's your broker dealer hiding in disguise as a prosecuting attorney. He's the one that makes sure that he tries to secure the conviction rate as best as possible because they've already predicated the security on you and it's already gone to open market. So in order to avoid securities fraud, he has to make sure that he gets you in a position whereas you accept the charges and bow out gracefully. So the security is not fraud. You agreed to it. This is a broker-dealer. Let's look at him. Same. All right. County and township offices. County offices. Sheriff. So all of that. Well, the sheriff's the only lawful authority. There is no lawful authority. This is the Wild Wild West, baby. The Wild Wild West. Like 8-Ball and MJG told you, man. Break them off proper. He told you. Gangster, like Cuban Eazy-E. It's the Wild West, nigga. Strapped is the way to be. They told you there's no law out here, man. This is no man's land. Once the truth is out. Circuit clerk, county clerk, assessor. All these homes that's getting confiscated because people can't pay the taxes and all of that. All of this shit. Coroner. All this organ stealing and harvesting. All of this shit. Treasurer. Tax collector. Same. County judge. The hanging judge, Judge Roy Bean. Same. All right. County surveyor. Hold on, let's go up here. Okay, let's go back down. County surveyor, in addition to the general requirements listed above, for other county offices, that means to be a county surveyor, you got to be a U.S. citizen. Municipal office must be a qualified elector. Same thing. That means the mayor, the board of directors that sit on the city. Same. So, as you can see, even the school board, you got to play in the corporate democracy to even have a say-so in education. And same. And I think that's all. Let me see. Yeah, that's it. Yep. Let me see what else it is. First class city. Okay, they have the various classes of cities. So, as you can see, this right here. Oh, hold on. Okay, let's go down and see what we have here. Okay, these are just various things that you got to do. Running for public office. So this just basically tells you what you have to do. Now, what I need for y'all to do is I need for y'all to go on your state sites. Well, not your states, but that part of the empire that you organically and lawfully domiciled in on the land. I need you to go to the corporation, the corporate states, various governors' website and find the equivalent of that document. I need y'all to do this. And what you need to do is when you get that document, it's going to come with a state seal more than likely. Or if they don't have it, go down to the office, the board of electors, wherever it is, because I found it in New York too. New York has the board of electors, what it takes to hold public office, and you need to get that document. If you cannot get it in a PDF form, get it in a book form. Go down to the office and get it. Get your hands on it some type of way. And once you have that, then what you can do is, y'all are very familiar with this document. Let's come on over here. Come on over here. Go to my website. And combine it with the pure 14th Amendment study. Combine this 25-page document with the information that the Board of Electors gives you on running for public office. Once you combine that with this, you can go to your city council meetings. You can go to the chief of police. You can go to the sheriff's department. You can go to the U.S. Marshal's Department, because you can look up the credentials for being a U.S. Marshal. And you can go to any public office. But now that you are aware of the fraud and the felony, I need you to look up this. Come over here for a minute. Well, better yet, I'm going to go right here. We're already here. So, hold on. Where are we at? That's a chapter. Oh, here we go. And this is a good site. This is where I normally go to check this stuff off. Office of the Law Revision Council, United States Code, U.S. House of Representatives. Okay. Y'all need to come over here. Here. Okay. Crimes. And y'all have this right here. Right now, you need to study that. All right. And let me see something. No, it doesn't have it on here. But this one here, this is the kicker. This is on the federal level, okay? But it reaches down into the corporate states, from the corporate United States to the corporate 50 states, okay? Title 18 USC Section 242, deprivation of rights under color of law. Whoever under the color of any law, any law, 14th Amendment, 15th Amendment, statute, the colorable statute that created the 14th Amendment, ordinance, regulation. Ordinance is mostly city ordinances, regulation or custom. Willfully subjects any person in any state, territory, commonwealth, possession, or district to the deprivation of rights, any rights, privileges, or immunities secured or protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States. And that's the organic Constitution for the United States of America, 1787 convened, 1789 ratified, 1791 amendment, as Brother D. Ross likes to say, and I agree with him, the written Constitution, or to different punishments, pains, penalties on the account of such person being an alien or by reason of his color or race. We already know that's colorable language there. We're Asiatic. Then are prescribed for the punishment of citizens. You're not a 14th Amendment citizen. Shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 1 year of both. And if bodily injury results from the acts committed in violation of this section, or if such acts include the use, attempted use, or threatened use of a dangerous weapon, i.e. policy enforcers, they're firearms, but with them, it becomes a weapon. Why? Because they do not hold their position. They're criminal. So that's a weapon. When you're in law, it's a firearm. When you're criminal, it's a weapon. Explosives or fire shall be fined under this title in prison not more than 10 years or both. And if death results from the acts committed in violation of this section, or if such acts include kidnapping, or an attempt to kidnap, aggravated sexual abuse, these people raping men and women in their jails, yes, they're doing that. One attempt to commit aggravated sexual abuse, one attempt to kill, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned for any term or life, or both, or may be sentenced to death. Okay? Now, let's get on back up here. First, I'm going to come down here and show you this. Where we at? Treason, sedition, and subversive activities. Treason. 2381, Title 18 USC, Section 2381. Whoever owing allegiance to the United States levies war against them or adheres to their enemies. The democracy is the enemy of the republic, giving them aid and comfort. Bankers giving them all types of slaps on the hand for the 2008 crash and the bailout on the backs of the people. Comfort within the United States or elsewhere is guilty of treason and shall suffer death. Y'all see this? That's right, D. Ross. We, the people, have the right to bear arms, not persons, color of law. That's right. Persons have guns. That's right. We have arms. That is correct. Or shall be imprisoned not less than 5 years and fined under this title, but not less than 10,000. And shall be incapable of holding any office under the United States. I just showed y'all treason tonight. Okay. All right, this is 2381, 2382. Title 18 USC Section 2382, misprision of treason. Whoever owing allegiance to the United States and having knowledge of the commission of any treason against them conceals. See why I told you to go and tell them once you got that elector's document and that 25-page PDF, now they're charged of knowing. They're charged with knowing of this. They have knowledge of it. And does not, as soon as it may be, disclose, make known the same to the president or some judge or to the governor or to some judge or justice of a particular state, is guilty of misprision or treason and shall be fined under this title in prison not more than 7 years or both. All right, that's 2382. These people are going to run from you. They're going to run from you once you show this shit. You see what I'm saying? They're going to run. They're going to catch the Holy Ghost. You know how they get the banging on the church? They bump, 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 and the woman get to running up and down the aisle screaming hallelujah. Now, that's how they're going to run from you. For real. Like the Holy Ghost done set their ass on fire. For real. 2383. Rebellion or insurrection. Whoever incites, sets on foot, assists, or engages any rebellion or insurrection against the authority of the United States or the laws thereof. The Constitution for the United States of America of 1787, Organic Constitution, 1787 convened, 1789 ratified, 1791 amended, or the written as it should be said also, the written Constitution. That's the laws of the land. The treaty is the law as well. You understand what I'm saying? Or gives aid and comfort thereto, shall be found under this title in prison not more than 10 years or both, shall be incapable of holding any office under the United States. Once again, that's Title 18 U.S.C. Section 2383. All right. 2384, seditious conspiracy. 18 U.S.C. Section 2384, seditious conspiracy. Now, let me say this, people, okay? I want y'all to understand. Our beloved Holy Prophet Noble Drew Ali also stated, you go in an intelligent tone. You don't have to be belligerent. You don't have to be violent. You don't have to be, you know, all of that, you know, like the brother did what we saw in Pittsburgh. Yeah, he stood on the square, okay? And I definitely applaud that brother. But you catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. Our idea, man, is just, hey, we got the law. We know the law. We got the evidence. We caught you with your hand in the cookie jar. Here's what you say. Here's what the law is. The Board of Electors evidence coupled with the Georgia State Archives document on the 14th Amendment, the Congressional Records document on the 14th Amendment, all of that under seal in support of the 25-page PDF that has constitutional law reprinted from Ruling Case Law, Volume 6, subsection 117 and 118, and also American Jurisprudence, Volume 16, second edition, subsection 195, 2017, constitutional law, reprinted from Ruling Case Law, 1915. Once you got all that evidence, all you have to do is just draft up your affidavit with the supporting evidence, with the Board of Electors as well, the 25-page PDF, and you can just serve them. You can serve them there with 2 witnesses. And then once you just take those documents up there, your 2 witnesses attest an affidavit that they saw you serve them, somebody, the capacity in which that person was served, and the documents that were in the affidavit, and the documents that was in the package that you served them, they can attest to that in their affidavit. So just you plus 2 witnesses. That's it. And from that point forward, you know, you call down there and you say, hey, we need to talk to you. And I need you to set some time aside because you're a public servant. And we've discovered some fraud, constructive fraud. But now you're committing fraud and you have knowledge of it because we served you. Notice the agent is notice the principal. Notice the principal is notice the agent. And we need to establish something because we want to do this as quietly as possible. We know most of the people out here are asleep, but we're not asleep. And we like to set remedy in place because you owe us remedy from the fraud that you're out here committing. And you go in there, man, with your body of people, and y'all sit down and y'all talk it out. Okay, and y'all come to some type of agreement because that's for U.S. citizens. That has nothing to do with Paleo-American, autochthonous, aborigine, Aboriginal, Indigenous, Native American Moors, or pre-Columbian Moors. Okay, that's for dead-in-law people and dead-in-law people who are occupying the de jure public office that were created constitutionally. Okay, so this is what you do. Don't be belligerent. Protect yourself at all costs. I don't want to see nothing happen to y'all. All right. Okay. Seditious conspiracy, Title 18 U.S.C. Section 2384. Two or more persons in any state or territory. Uh-oh, here we go again. Board of Electors. Arkansas, watch out. This video is going to be public notice. So once it goes on YouTube, you have constructive notice because you have knowledge. So I know if you watch the channel, which I'm quite sure you do, some of you public officials and police and whatnot, or in any place subject to the jurisdiction of the United States, conspired to overthrow Franklin D. Roosevelt, 1933, as well as Reconstruction Acts, 1866 through 1868, put down or to destroy by force the government of the United States, or to levy war against them, or to oppose by force the authority thereof, or by force to prevent, hinder, or delay the execution of any law, treaty of the United States, or by force to seize. And when we say treaty, let's get it understood. The treaty that is still in effect right now is the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, also known as the Amity and Commerce of 1836 between the United States and the Moroccan Empire. Treaty Series 244-2, Bevan's Book of Laws, Volume 9, page 1286. Okay, that's the one that you can find in Treaties in Force and Effect as of January 1st, 2016 from the U.S. Department of State. And that statute on that treaty is United States Statutes at Large, Volume 8, pages 484 through 487. I have those in the OneDrive too. And it's also in Project Wormcode about pertinent treaties. Of the United States, or by force to seize, take, or possess any property of the United States. Force to seize, take, or possess any property of the United States, contrary to the authority thereof. Okay, this right here, possess any property of the United States. All right, contrary to the authority thereof. They shall, a lot of time, what these people will do is once you file that in their database, these records, I've heard stories of records not making it to the book, getting recorded. You see what I'm saying? So there's an issue with that as well. They shall at least be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both. So that right there, let's go to 2385. Advocating overthrow. All right. Advocating overthrow of government. Title 18 U.S.C. Section 2385. Whoever knowingly or willfully advocates, abets, advises, or teaches the duty, necessity, desirability, or propriety of overthrowing or destroying the government of the United States, or the government of any state, territory, district, or possession thereof, or the government of any political subdivision therein by force of violence or by the assassination of any officer of any such government, or whoever with the intent to cause the overthrow or destruction of any such government, prints, publishes, edits, issues, circulates, sells, distributes, or publicly displays any written or printed matter advocating, advising, or teaching the duty, necessity, desirability, or propriety of overthrowing or destroying any government in the United States by force or violence, or attempts to do so, or whoever organizes or helps or attempts to organize any society, group, or assembly of persons who teach, advocate, or encourage the overthrow or destruction of any such government by force or violence, or becomes or is a member of or affiliates with any such society, group, or assembly of persons, knowing the purposes thereof, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both, and shall be eligible for employment by the United States or any department or agency thereof for the 5 years next following his conviction. Two or more persons aspire to commit any offense named in this section shall at least be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both, and shall be ineligible for employment by the United States or any department or agency thereof for the 5 years next following his conviction. As used in this section, the terms organizes and organize with respect to any society, group, or assembly of persons include the recruiting of new members, the forming of new units, and the regrouping or expansion of existing clubs, classes, other units of society, group, or assembly of persons. All righty. This right here tells you that those people that be out in the parking lots and stuff, when you be going to Walmart, are you a registered voter? Are you a registered voter? Are you a registered voter? what they're doing is they are trying to recruit you to support the democracy. Yeah, they're ignorant. They may be ignorant, but this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. They're trying to recruit people, man, to keep the fraud in place. This thing covers a lot. It does. And so we have to look at that, man. Yep, that's right, D-Ross. Inclusive means the people who have fallen subject by ignorance and all their possessions. Yep, that's true. So what they're doing, dealing with this back to 2385, if they're out there trying to recruit people to vote, and as U.S. citizens, that fraud, they're not supporting anything that is not in support of the lawful form of government as established, falls underneath this. It falls underneath this. And this is the reason why you need, like I said, please go to your sites or go down there to the Board of Electors and find the qualifications of public office. Please do that. Because now that's evidence that you have in your hands. Irrefutable evidence. Why? Because it came from them. In conjunction with the Georgia State Archives document and the Congressional Records document, and that entire 25-page PDF. Make your affidavits, okay? All right. Now let's get on back up here. General provisions. Here we go. Oh, hold on. Here we go. Look at this. Misprision of a felony. Title 18 U.S.C. Section 4. Whoever having knowledge of the actual commission of a felony, cognizable by a court of the United States, conceals and does not, as soon as possible, make known the same to some judge or other person in civil or military authority under the United States shall be fined under this title or prison not more than 3 years or both. All you got to do is give these folks notice, man. Accessory to the fact, Title 18 U.S.C. Section 3. Whoever knowing that an offense against the United States has been committed, receives, relieves, comforts, or assists the offender in order to hinder or prevent his apprehension, trial, or punishment is an accessory after the fact. Except as otherwise expressly provided by any act of Congress, an accessory after the fact shall be imprisoned not more than 1/2 the maximum term of imprisonment, or, notwithstanding Section 3571, fine not more than 1/2 the maximum fine prescribed for the punishment of the principal or both. If the principal is punishable by life, imprisonment, or death, the accessory shall be imprisoned not more than 15 years. So y'all can just kind of go through that, man. And each corporate state has their codes as well that somewhat similar and parallel these, just like the corporate United States. And all you just got to do is just drop a dime with the evidence. That's it. And there's really nothing else to be said. Now, here's the beautiful part about it. Like I said, you want to get this. Be sure y'all read this. Tool of usurpation. Be sure y'all read that. Let's get an understanding of what usurpation is. The unlawful assumption of the use of property which belongs to another, an interruption or the disturbing a man in his right in possession in public law, the unlawful seizure or assumption of sovereign power. See, I told you the republic has been hijacked, man. The assumption of government or supreme power by force or illegally in derogation of the Constitution and the rights of the lawful ruler. Boom. 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 And the beat goes boom, 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 boom. All right. So be sure y'all study this, because this is going to tell you why this is 14th Amendment is unconstitutional. All right. And y'all have this. Okay. So same thing. Okay. Boom. So you study that. And I think that's pretty much it. I think that's what I wanted to show y'all. So first things first, y'all need to get your hands on that book. Whatever part of the empire you are domiciled in, and the corporate state that is operating on that part of the empire in which you are domiciled. Okay. No, Brother Muhammad Ali, Abdul Adam, this process is not too complex. This is what the temple should be teaching. This is the part of civics, brother. This is part of civics, man. I mean, y'all got to bring our people, man, up to speed. It's not hard, brother. It's not. All I have is a high school diploma. If I can understand this, comprehend this stuff, I know a lot of y'all can. Okay? So y'all hold on one second. Let me get some water. I'll be right back. After these messages, we'll be right back. All righty. Thank you for holding up. Okay. And I think that's pretty much it. That's going to be pretty much all y'all need. So, and there you have it. Let's look at what the debt is. See what they running today. Okay. Silver's at $592 per ounce. Gold is at $4,815 per ounce. That's actual fiat notes. Fiat notes to 1 ounce of gold, fiat notes to 1 ounce of silver. And they have the market overinflated. The paper to silver ratio, it's 195.06 silver representatives, which is actually fake paper, for every 1 ounce of silver that's out there. And for gold, it's 104.51 paper ounces to every 1 real ounce of gold. So you see how they playing this game, y'all? The debt is 22,280 billion, 781,500,000, and the clock is moving too fast. 600,000 and some change. This is ridiculous, man. Y'all got to come out from underneath this shit. Y'all got to. And it ain't slowing down. You understand what I'm saying? It's not slowing down. All righty. So this is pretty much what I wanted to show y'all. Let me go ahead and take some questions, man. See what y'all got. What's on your mind? All righty. I'm back on, y'all. I'm closing that part of the video out. So let y'all while that's processing, I'll just take some questions. If y'all got any questions, concerns, comments, or whatever, just let me know, and we can dialogue about it tonight. So based on the topic that I just showed y'all, if you don't mind, what I'll do is I'm gonna open up my other page over here and just inbox me. I'll take inboxes. Okay. You got a question? Got any questions about what I just showed y'all and how to execute it? That's really remedy for everybody. It really is. Okay. So if you got any questions, go ahead, inbox me, message me, and I'll go ahead and entertain your questions. Anybody got any questions? All right, I'm asking. I'm telling y'all, don't be bugging the shit out of me if I'm giving y'all a chance, man, about this now. Y'all, if I'm giving y'all a chance to handle this shit, ask questions about this shit, ask me now. Don't be hitting me up all hours of the night, vampire hours and shit like that, man. I be trying to rest. So if you got questions about, man, how to handle this shit, let's go ahead and get it now. Put your questions in. Inbox me. Inbox me. Inbox me. Inbox me. Inbox me. Message me. Message me. Message me. Because if y'all know about how live is, live don't let you see everybody's questions because the screen will keep going up and up and up and up and shit and rolling up. So some of y'all questions I'll miss. That's why I said go ahead and message me so I can see and answer it. I'll be taking questions probably about the next. All right. I'm not really taking questions on that, Brother Antoine. I'm only taking questions on what I showed tonight. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. About the Postmaster General. Okay, people. About the video I showed tonight. I'm giving y'all questions. Y'all got about 30 minutes. At 10:10, I'm gonna shut it off. So if you have any questions about the elector document, Board of Qualified Electors, and how to use that. Okay, M&E, yes. What you want to do is, you're in Texas, so you can actually go to the link that I showed you today, dealing with Texas qualifications for running for office, Secretary of State, or qualifications for office, and you can use that as well. But you want to look for the Board of Electors information for the corporate state of Texas, and it tells you the qualifications that you need to hold public office or run for an office, public office. So you need to do that, and then go on my website and look up the Pure 14th Amendment study, and on the Project WOM code, section number 3, link number 3, Pure 14th Amendment study. All right. All right, Senior Woods Bay. Yes, the documents you need I think you're in California. You need to look for the documents that Board of Qualified Electors for running for office, state of California. That's the document you need. And then go to the OneDrive, go to my website, scroll down to Project Warm Code, click on the third link, citizenship question documents, and look for the PDF 14th Amendment. And study both of them. All right. All righty, inbox me, people, if you got any more questions. Questions. Anybody? Got about 38 more minutes. Okay. If I don't get any inboxes, you can message me, Facebook message me. The questions, Facebook message me. You're welcome, Brother Blaine. Brother Blaine Casino. Brother Terrence Patterson Bay. No, you need the qualified electors for the state of Georgia running for public office. You need to find the equivalent of that in the last video. If y'all already have the original ones, I think, don't you, Brother Antoine? Y'all got the original ones under seal from the Library of Congress, right? If y'all got the original ones from under seal, yeah, you can do that. You can do that. As long as y'all have, under seal, you can attach an affidavit to it, to the Library of Congress Congressional Record and the Georgia State Archive Record. Because I think, if I remember correctly, I think y'all did give those under seal. I think Elder Grand Sheikh Ronnie Johnson Bay, he ordered those. The one from my brother in Atlanta and also from Library of Congress. So yeah, you can do that. And then you just find the one for Texas. Bro, it's gonna be hell. It's gonna be hell to tell the captain with that shit, man. Because when you combine that with the 25-page PDF, they can't move past the fraud. And you got the evidence right there on the seal, under notary attestation. And then you got the qualified electors document, or that document from the Secretary of State that I posted the other day that says cemetery. Man, dude, they can't move. All righty, fam. Peace and love on that. All right. Hold on one second. All right, Brother L. Anthony. Once they've received notice, are they to cease all functions? We know they're not going to cease all functions. They're too knee deep into the fraud to stop it. You just want them to cease and desist any activities dealing with you where they move past what they're doing. Because at that point, they're now liable. They're commercially liable. And you can look for the code, Uniform Commercial Code, State of California. You look up 1-103, and it deals with fraud, misrepresentation, duress, and coercion. Anything they do to gain extortionate revenue activities from you, they can now be held personally liable. They be held liable, man, in their personal capacity and in their corporate capacity. We know they're not going to cease it, but what's going to happen is they're going to leave you alone because you done exposed them. No, Brother Antoine, you don't have to do that because they should already have the seal on them. If they have the seal on them, dealing with the electors, qualified electors, they're already self-authenticating underneath Rules of Evidence 902. As long as they got the seal on them, or it's got where they came from, an official quote unquote corporate government website, they're already on the self-authentication. Brother Fields, your situation is different. You're going to have to take that through arbitration. But you use that as evidence in arbitration because you can show the fraud where they had no power to even exercise any authority, because that's color of office. It's color of office. It's fraud. So you use that as supporting documentation. All right, Brother Antoine, Ashe. All right, people. You got about, what's that? About 22 minutes. Any other questions? Any other questions? Questions, comments, concerns about the information we talked about tonight? Like I said, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a lawyer. I don't play in a colorable Wizard of Oz world. No, I'm just a truther. That's it. I tell the truth. That's all I deal with. I deal with the truth. All right. All right, Brother Demetrius Marks, you're in the Oklahoma territory. No, what you need to do is, once you get these documents, you need to go down there if you're having any problems with the colorable officials down there. What you do is you take them to the sheriff. You take them to the sheriff, you take them to the chief of police, take them to the mayor, and you go down there with at least 2 witnesses with you. That's what you do. And you do an affidavit with it, attesting to the fact of what you discovered. And that's what you do. And you serve them. And your witnesses are going to serve affidavits attesting to the fact of what you served them. I guarantee they're going to want to sit down and talk. There ain't no compromising. They're going to be like, hey, can we just keep this quiet? We'll put you, in a separate category just to leave you alone. That's what you want to do. Because you discovered the fraud. The cat is out the bag now. All right, Brother Fields. Yes. We'll talk about this another time, because I want to give people a chance, man, to ask the other questions. But yes, all of that needs to be brought forth for arbitration, along with those documents. All right. All right, people. You got 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Brother Fields, don't hog the people's time, bro. Give these people a chance to answer. Come on now, be fair. Don't do that, man. Yes, it is. Anybody else? Anybody else? All righty, people. 19 minutes. 19 minutes. You got any questions? You better get them in now. Get your questions in now. You got any questions? Get them in. Get them in. You got any questions? Get them in, peoples. Okay. All right, Brother Fields. Okay, I understand. Okay. All right, people. Get your questions in. Get your questions in. I'm looking at my messenger inbox. Get your questions in. All righty. Yes, that is the game plan. That is the game plan, Brother L. Anthony. Instead of writing these people trying to get on a do not stop, do not detain list, when you show them they cannot exercise the office because they're dead, you got the evidence. That's what they're going to want to do. Because once you serve them, now you have records that they were noticed and they were told. So if they ever try some fuckery and that record comes back up, they're on a shit list, man. They can be sued in their private capacity, in their public capacity. Or excuse me, let's correct private, because if you're a U.S. citizen, there ain't shit private about you. You're public. You're community property. State property. So yes, that is the game plan. But let me tell you this. This is not to negate. Okay? This is not to negate correction of your status. You still owe that obligation to your ancestors. Okay? So still, it's just more powerful when you're improper person, improper persona. In your genetic heirship of the land and your Usurpation status, Canaanite, Phoenician, Carthaginian, Putic, Iberian, Al-Moroccan Empire, Usurpation national status. Okay? So this is just added fuel to the fire. All righty, Brother M. Abdullah Bey. And says, okay. Okay, brother, this is not right now what to deal with this. Okay. What you need to do is go back and watch the live. This is what we're talking about. Yep. This is dealing with the board of electors. This is dealing with the board of electors. That right there, I don't have any remedy for that situation right now. Only thing I can do is to tell you is that you need to go get the information, and then what you need to do is correct that. You know, go and either take it through arbitration, because you're not going to get any remedy through their colorable courts. That you're not going to do. But you need to use the information that I showed you and present your evidence as to why that should have never happened in the first place. So go hunt the equivalent of that information down in California, combine it with that, and prepare your documentation. Then what you can do is run it through arbitration. That's what you're going to have to do. And learn arbitration thoroughly. Learn it effectively. There's a brother out in California named D. Ross. He is, I would have to say, man, the most competent brother I've seen come out of the West Coast. For real. So you need to hunt him down. But I'm quite sure he's going to tell you some things, man. You almost, man, waited a little bit too late for that situation. You know, you got to understand, man, there's a maxim of law that says the law abhors those who it awards the vigilant, but it hates those who sleep on their rights. There's a maxim of law that deals with that. So I would make contact with that brother D. Ross out there on the West Coast. Yeah, he is a good brother. I like him a lot, man. That young brother, man, he's studious, man. He's very studious. Yep. As an elder in the game of knowledge, man, like I said, I've been teaching people since 1987. You know, there wasn't no internet. Your name spread by word of mouth and how thorough you were with what you was sharing. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the most competent that I've seen on the internet, man. especially out there on that West Coast too. So yeah, get with that brother about your situation. All righty. Peace and love, Ashe. All right, people. We have 13 minutes. 13 minutes. 13 minutes. 13 minutes. Get your questions in. 13 minutes. 13 minutes. Although Victor, brother, we're not dealing with the genetic descent tonight. But you have to give a brother Tyrone on that. Is the Tyrone backed up on the descent? That question doesn't make sense. I don't understand what you're asking. Can the motu proprio, be applied? I've heard a lot of talk about the motu proprio dealing with the Vatican and all of that. I'm going to be honest with you. We do know that the land that Washington, D.C. sits on was unlawfully conveyed to the Vatican. That we do know. The Vatican does not have de jure trusteeship of that. The only one who has that is the Carthaginians. They're the only ones. And it was passed on to their heirs, the Moroccan Empire. So as far as the motu proprio really being effective, I've heard people say different things. I haven't seen any evidence of that. I've only seen evidence of where that falls under the ecclesiastical jurisdiction, such as like the Annunciatore of the Holy See, things of that nature. But as far as it being effective in the corporate United States democracy, if it is, it's behind the scenes. I haven't seen anything done publicly, so I could not confirm nor deny that. You know, I deal with what I can see. You know, man knows not by being told. Noble Drali told you that. All right, people, 11 minutes. Get your questions in. Get your questions in. Questions, comments, concerns about tonight's information. Questions, comments, concern about tonight's information. Eleven minutes. 11 minutes. Get your questions in. 11 minutes. $11. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Yeah, Tram. The video that I just did, in fact, I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna connect both of these. They're gonna be together on YouTube later on. I'll upload it. But you'll see the information that I brought forth and what you need to go look for and apply it. Nine minutes, people. If y'all don't have any questions about the information I showed you, okay, you'll see it on there. You're welcome, brother L. Anthony. 9 minutes. Inbox me, message me. Those who are just now coming in, if you're wondering what the live was about tonight, it dealt with information on what they call the Qualified Board of Electors for the state of Arkansas that I found earlier this week. And in conjunction with the PDF I put together, Pure 14th Amendment Study. And what it does is, in the Qualified Board of Electors of the state of Arkansas handbook, what it actually does is it showed as to where every public office, which was created in a de jure capacity prior to the 18th Amendment, has been hijacked. It's just not in Arkansas. It's in Texas. It's in New York. It's everywhere. That's the only way. That's the only thing I can tell you. But this is irrefutable evidence of their fraud with their state seal out in the open that they thought we'd never be able to put together. And when you couple that, when you go and look for the information that's compatible to the qualified board of electors of the state of Arkansas, and you line it up with the pure 14th Amendment study on my website, ObaShango-El.com, scroll down to Project One Code, click on the third link, citizenship question documents, go in there and get the PDF, pure 14th Amendment study. It's a 25-page PDF, and you read that. You read it in its entirety. Don't let your eyes just slide across the words. You know, read that document comprehensively in its entirety, and then look at the qualified, the qualifications for running for office in the corporate state of the land where you're domiciled within the empire, and you're going to see the fraud, and you're going to see that they can be held accountable under that. Basically, all you want them to do is leave you the fuck alone. What they do to their citizens or whatever else, that's their business. But you want them to leave you alone. Of course, you want to be improper person, you know, impropria persona naturae. Impropria persona naturae. You know, and your proper natural person when you execute that. You know, and not only that, you can also use it for your blood kindred, because they're not supposed to be the only crimes are torts, and where you injure or kill somebody's injure their physical body, or you kill them, or you damage their property, especially what they call mens rea, or guilty mind. But damage to property and injury to the human body, those are torts. Everything else is commerce. And what they're doing is they are exacting taxes or piracy, which is really what they're doing, because they're occupying a de jure seat, but in an unlawful capacity. And they're making money out of this, man. They've turned this thing into a racketeering, influence, corrupt organization, RICO. So you get that information and you'll see it for yourself. All right, people, 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. So come on with it. Yes. Qualified board of electors, Royce Tolbert. Qualified board of electors. You want to look for any information pertaining to that. You want to do your due diligence. Yep, qualified board of electors. They normally have handbooks like the one I showed tonight. And you'll see the fraud. Five minutes, people. 5 minutes. Inbox me if you got any questions. You got 5 minutes before I shut it down. 5 minutes. Peace and love, Dandelion Bay. How you doing? I don't know if you saw the live tonight, but that's what the subject is on. So you'll be able to catch this on YouTube later on. Four minutes, people. Four minutes. Houdini, Taurus Bay. All right, 3 minutes, people. 3 minutes. Come with your question. We'll probably have time enough to take maybe one more question. If you want it about tonight's subject, get it in. This video later on will be conjoined with the first one and put on YouTube tonight and on my website as well, ObaShango-El.com, in the video section. And it'll also be in the OneDrive and the lectures folder as well after I do the editing and stuff and combine both of them. All right, L. Anthony, this is the last question, y'all. Whom all shall you notify? Well, L. Anthony, the first thing you need to notify is the chief of police. You got to put those bastards on notice, because that's normally the first line of defending the corporate fuckery. Then the sheriff, okay? And then pretty much after that, whomever you want to notice, the attorney general, the prosecuting attorney, notify them too. Okay? Notify them as well. Now, if you don't want to walk it in, you can do a notary presentment or a third party presentment, a person who's disinterested in the matter. And you still have two witnesses attest to the fact of what they saw you put in the envelope, coupled with your affidavit, which is supported by the evidence, and served to those people. Okay. All right. Okay. This is my last question. Okay. Jabir Akmal. Okay. I already pretty much summarized it. You'll see it. Just watch the video. You'll see it on the video on YouTube. You can either go to YouTube, my channel. You can go to my website where it'll be in the video section. You can go to the OneDrive where it'll be in the lectures folder, and it's going to be on Facebook. So, but basically it dealt with the qualified electors' qualifications for running for public office, for all the way from the federal to the state to the county and municipal levels, and what you can do, man, to put a stop to their fraud using the 25-page PDF Pure 14th Amendment study found on my website on the Project Warm Code, the third link. Citizenship question documents, there is no 14th Amendment, and go into that link and click on Pure 14th Amendment study. All righty. Well, people, we're about to set time now. It's counting down. Gonna go ahead and get ready to get on off here, man. I'm glad y'all can tune in. That's what I wanted to show y'all tonight. If y'all want to take notes, y'all be able to go back, watch the video, get the evidence, study and do your due diligence, do your research, and get your hands on that document so you can make your package to study. If you want to know how to serve, and also you can serve the U.S. Marshals too. If you want to know how to serve it, there are Moors out there. Sister Gabira, she knows how to prepare it. Sister Ali West Shabazz El Bay, brother Aleph Emnon Urian El, y'all can contact him. He knows how to serve people properly. Several people, man, that have worked with me, man. And let's get this done. Let's shut this shit down. It's time to shut it down. Hey, big brother Gage, I'm glad you tuned in, family. Good to see you. And good to see you too, brother Neb. And let's get this shit shut down, man. The more people that we get on board and exposing this fraud and come together, get your 11 steps done, man. Come on, come back to the land. You know what I'm saying? Paleo American Autochthon Suborigine. You can find that at ObaShango-El.com. Click on the red tab below my picture. Download the 2 PDFs. Come on, let's come back home, man, and let's start, man, getting this shit corrected, man. Because each day you wait is the day they get worse. So I'm out of here, y'all. Peace and love. Peace and blessings. 2 fingers to the north. Catch me in the dank smoke. I'm out. Peace.